Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is SoFlo Josh here, and I'm over here with the 2025 Audi S3 refresh. Now I want to give a huge shout out to Audi Miami South for allowing me to film this vehicle. If you guys are interested in purchasing any Audi whatsoever, make sure to go ahead and contact Florin. He will be able to assist you. So getting underneath the hood, we have a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder producing 328 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Now this does come with the 7-speed S-tronic DCT transmission, and it has quattro all-wheel drive standard, which is going to be really great, especially in spirited driving. So like I mentioned in the beginning, this is the S3 refresh, so let's go ahead and talk about the styling changes that Audi has done. So up at the front we have a new grille design that has these L shapes in them. Now those L shapes, as you can see, they are gloss black instead of the matte finish that we see on the rest of the grille, and that's because this model does come with the black optic package. Now if you didn't actually option that in, you would get them in a silver finish, which I like the gloss black. I think it looks fantastic no matter what choice you actually choose from. As you can see, we have more space for air to flow into the engine bay, which is really good. We got that nice 3 split down in the bottom, which does add some airflow underneath. We got your safety sense up here in the front, and the new style finish for the Audi logo, which looks really nice. I like the styling of it. Now over here off to the side, as you can see, we do have a larger intake system than the pre-facelift one, so this is going to be really great. This is going to add air into that intercooler on either side of the front fender. So instead of other brands, you know how other brands close it off on one side and they have one open on the other side? No, these are both open, so it's going to add more cooling for that turbocharge underneath the hood. Now over here at the front, as you can see, the headlights have actually changed, and by the way, this is the key fob. As you can see, very small. This is going to be great whenever you're putting it into your pocket, not going to take a lot of space. As you see, DRLs over here at the top, very nice. When you unlock the vehicle or you're approaching the vehicle, it does do a dynamic dance to it. They do have a checkered style finish to it as well, whenever you could change it into the infotainment. And then at the very top, you do have your turn signals that are finishing amber, of course, and they do pulse. Full LED headlights no matter which style of trim you get as well. Over here off to the side, as you can see, we do have these beautiful multi-tone, I should say more black and aluminum finish rims. They are 19-inch wheels and they look fantastic. As you see, we do have that RS badge down there, so they are the RS style finish for these wheels. And then this does come with the S Sport package, which gives you the red brake calipers, larger brake calipers, and we got drilled rotors at the rear, so that's going to help stop this vehicle whenever you are driving it. And the overall side profile of the S3 looks fantastic. Now the color we see here is finished in progressive red, so it looks very striking. And as you can see, we do have a wider front fender, which carries over from the A3 over to the S3, and then the RS3 even gets wider front fenders and wider rear fenders. But as you see, it just looks very nice. The sculpting that Audi has done for these vehicles is just immaculate. I love the styling that Audi approaches when it comes to their vehicles. Over here at the rear, as you can see, we do have new tail light design, which I actually like the overall styling of it. Full LED tail lights, nothing incandescent whatsoever, which is a great thing to see in this category. This is, remember, this is a compact sedan, and we're getting full LED lighting at the rear and at the front. Love the styling of it. I like how they have an arrow that points to the left, because this is the left style for the rear lens, and then we have it over here right, which looks very nice. And then below that, we do have the traditional quad exhaust tips that you expect from the S3 model. A new lower valence as well, with a lower diffuser that is actually changed from the pre-facelift version. Now we do get the carbon fiber rear spoiler over here, same exact flat style finish for the Audi logo. Let's go ahead and open up the rear trunk area. So over here, as you can see, it's actually very wide for a compact sedan. This is what somebody's going to expect from buying this vehicle, and I like how wide it is. You'll be able to fit a lot of things. Even a baby stroller will be able to fit into the back of this, which is actually nice. We got a little hook right here to go ahead and put your groceries, which is very, very important, especially when you're going grocery shopping. You don't want things slamming around or anything like that. This is going to actually help you, and it comes standard within this vehicle. You have little pockets over here off to the side, a little 12 volt back there as well, and then underneath here, as you can see, we do have a battery that's at the bottom, and then we have some more cubby space. So if you need to put a first aid kit, you'll be able to put that in there as well. So let's go ahead and get into the rear occupant area. One thing to note, this does have rear proximity sensor for the rear door, so that means you don't have to go all the way to the front door to unlock the rear doors, which is actually a nice thing. Plus the competition doesn't even offer that whatsoever. So let's go ahead and talk about the styling now. Very minimalistic design. Love the overall approach. We have a blacked out finish to the whole door card over here. We got some ambient lighting as well, so you have multitude of colors you could choose that actually will beam across the whole entire interior. Nice door handle, and I like this grab handle with this gunmetal gray finish as well. Alcantara, you got your tweeter, and you got your Sonos speaker down here. Little bottle area to go ahead and put your drinks, and then over here the rear seats, they are finished with the same exact diamond cutout that has the red stitching all across as well as on the side, which is nice. And you can go ahead and lower the seats over here, fully lower all of them, and you will be able to fit a large 70-inch TV as well. Getting into the rear, as you can see, it's actually pretty easy, and especially for, you know, a swoop back design sedan like this one, which is really nice to feel. I am 6 foot tall. I have the seat exactly where I would be at. This is a sporty style finish for the rear seats, and it feels fantastic back here. My feet actually fit comfortably underneath the seat. The seat is actually all the way lowered down, so keep that in mind. Over here we do have 2 rear air vents. We do have a cooling and heat function at the rear with 2 USB Type-Cs, and over here in the middle we got 2 cup holders, an area to go ahead and put your phone standing up or anything else that you desire. But the overall seat feels fantastic. Headroom wise, it actually feels great back here. My head is actually not even touching the you know, roof line whatsoever, even with this, you know, sunroof that we have here. Now there is a pocket to go ahead and fit your head whenever you're sitting back here. We got 2 dome lights back here that are full LED, which is very, very nice. Let's go ahead and get into the front occupant area, but before we do, as you can see right there on the B pillar, you do have your Audi logo right there with your S3 TFSI Quattro system to let you know exactly what you got. Now over here to the door card, it's the exact same design that you saw over there at the rear is over here at the front. We got the ambient lighting with that silver trim that goes across, nice door handle, door lock and unlock right there, and then you got the Alcantara. Now these little cutouts that you see right here actually have full ambient lighting, which is very nice. Full switchgear for your windows as well as your power operated side mirrors. Got your trunk release, Sonos speaker down here, and a cubby space down below as well. S badging right there in the sill plate. Love the overall styling of that. And then the seats, as you can see, they are nicely designed with the diamond in the center area with the red stitching. You get the red stitching across the side as well. They are power operated. We do have actual presets that you can go ahead and have for these seats, and as you said, lumbar control as well, which is a great thing. So getting over here into the interior is actually very easy to get in, especially for somebody who's tall like myself. Let's go ahead and start up this vehicle. So starting up, you got a nice finish for your steering wheel. Now they have a nice 9-3 grip area with your paddle shifters right here. They are having a little bit of a perforation with the red stitching all across. Got that S badge down the middle. Your cruise control down here, which is actually really nice. I actually like them doing this rather than having it over here on the top part of your steering wheel, which, you know, it's something that I just prefer. I think it looks actually a lot nicer. Down the middle, as you see right there, you got a 10.25 inch digital gauge cluster that has everything. As you can see, you do have your 2 tacks right there, fuel gauge off to the side, as well as your engine heat. Getting down the middle over here, we do have a 10.1 1-inch touchscreen display as well, which has everything. It has navigation, you got wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you still can do wired. So these two little presets, or USB Type-Cs I should say right here, actually have wired connectivity for the Apple CarPlay. We do have a dedicated button for your drive select mode. So as you see, we have comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. So you can go ahead and change that. New for the 2025 model year is actually dynamic plus. So this does preset the turbocharge to spew up a little bit more whenever you are about to drive it spiritedly or anything like that. But let's go ahead and go back into the infotainment. Let's go ahead and turn that off. We do have physical climate controls over here, heated outboard seats for the driver and the passenger. I like the fact that we have physical buttons all in all. Start stop button right there. Got your gear lever down here in the middle. Let's go ahead and put it into reverse. As you can see, we do have trajectory to go ahead and let you know exactly where you're backing up. We do have full-on sensors all across, which is nice, and we have a dedicated button for parallel parking automatically, which is really nice to see. Dedicated park button right there as well. You got your emergency parking brake right there. You got a 12-volt down the middle, little cubby space to go ahead and put your key, 2 large cup holders as well, and you can put your key there just in case if your key ever dies. You can go ahead and put it there and then start the engine that way. Now getting over here to the middle console area, it's actually not too bad. It's a lot of space and a lot of depth to go ahead and put some pencils, or not pencils, but pens or other stuff, maybe like a snack. I usually like to put snacks down the middle, and then you can go ahead and slide this over here, which is actually padded all across with the red stitching as well. Cubby space down here, as you see, it is lined with felt and it is damped. Got that Quattro badge right there. 2 air vents off to the side and then 2 main air vents. I like the overall design of this interior. It's very much driver focused. That being said, let's go ahead and take this puppy out for a drive. So let's go ahead and take this model off for a drive. Putting into drive is very straightforward and down, and let's go ahead and set off. Now, like I mentioned, this model does come with an updated 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. Now this one produces 328 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, which is up from the facelift version actually. Usually you don't see that in car companies, but Audi tends to do that a lot when it comes to any of their vehicles that they have on offer, which is actually quite nice to see. Now once we get over here, we'll go ahead and take it down to US 1 and let's see how this car drives all in all. So let's go ahead and turn down here, and we're gonna keep it in normal for right now, but as you see, it picks up and go. You know, that 7-speed S-tronic automatic transmission is fantastic, and it just feels great in here. Suspension wise, also great. Now our roads over here in South Florida are more flat. There's not a lot of bumps, but occasionally you will experience some type of bumps. Let's go ahead and actually throw it into the dynamic plus mode over here. So as you see, I said there is a dynamic plus. Usually what dynamic plus does actually spews up the turbo, so then it helps with turbo lag, so it mitigates that turbo lag, which is a great thing as well. Now one thing to know about the 2025 model year is that we do have a torque split at the rear, so that means that more power is actually going to be sent to the rear, which was something that only the RS3 came with, but now the S3 does come with. Yeah, and it feels really good, and you know, it pushes you back whenever you're shifting it as well. I love that. I love that. You know, that Quattro system actually works really well. You can actually feel more of the rear wheels pushing the car forward than what you're used to whenever it comes to you know, driving a vehicle like this. You know, usually all-wheel drive systems, whenever you're driving an all-wheel drive system vehicle, what happens is the power is split between the front and the rear, so it's always going to be the front wheels pushing as well as the rear wheels. Well, with Dynamic Plus, the rear wheels are pushing this vehicle, which is really nice. It gives you more of a rear-wheel drive vehicle rather than a front-wheel drive vehicle, and I love that. So we're gonna do a U-turn over here and go back down to the dealership and see how the turning radius is. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, that feels great. I've never felt that way in any other German vehicle. The way that it just grunts and pushes you and pushes you and pushes you. Oh my god, this is a fantastic machine. The added horsepower, the added torque is just something that you would want from a small compact vehicle like this, and that's where Audi just gets it right. And man, let me tell you something, you can actually hear the turbocharger spewing up from inside the cabin, and that's not an added sound to the cabin space. You know, usually what cars do is they add, you know, augmented sound to go ahead and make it feel like, you know, you are actually hearing more of the interior of the engine bay. But with this vehicle, they actually minimized it over the pre-facelift version of the S3. So just keep that in mind. They minimized it. That means that they want to cater to the driver whenever it comes to that. Now we're gonna go ahead and go back to the dealership, and we're gonna wrap this video. So overall, how do I feel about this vehicle? Well, all the added improvements that they've done for the facelift version of the S3 was perfect. The power is there, the automatic transmission is there, that new torque split at the rear differential, with the fact that we have Dynamic Plus embedded into here now, it's actually going to help it out greatly. I think this is an all-around great vehicle, and also where it competes in its class, this is the better one to get over any of the competition, whether it be the BMW, the Mercedes, even the Acura Integra, which I just reviewed. That car did not feel like a driver's car. This feels like a driver's car. So guys, before I go ahead and wrap this video up, I wanted to introduce you guys to Florin. He's the general manager over here. Florin, do you have some things you want to say to the viewers?
Yes, thanks for coming out, Josh. We appreciate you coming out and reviewing the all-new 25 S3. We're excited about this vehicle, and we can't wait to welcome you in at Audi Miami South. And always use promo code Let's Go Florin for additional savings. Once again, thank you so much for allowing me to video this vehicle. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.